So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And we are here. Apparently there's a fight on. Oleksandr Usyk versus Anthony Joshua, live on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN in all the other places. Ender's going for Usyk. So on that note, we're going to have a little bit of this.
Are you
ready?
Well, you know people will tune into us because the commentary shit on Sky Sports Box
Oh
Office.
my God, it's so bad.
So,
was that a remix, Joel?
Of what? Oh no, that was the regular. Usyk, 19 fights, 19 wins, 13 knockouts. Anthony Joshua, 26 fights, 24 wins, 22 knockouts for the WBO, IBO, WBA Super and IBF titles. Got a little stat for you. No, you love them.
Ring magazine title.
Landed punches. Usyk 28% last time. Joshua 19.2. Always love the points. Could be an interesting one.
I see Joshua is channeling Mike Tyson tonight.
He's gone with the black shorts.
And
to be fair, he does look in good shape. Not too big, not as big. Where Usyk's put the pounds on to try.
But he hasn't. He only weighs 1 pound more.
No, but do you know what I mean? He looks more bigger up top, doesn't he?
We'll see. So what was your prediction, Joel?
Mine has changed several times.
Not surprised.
But I'm thinking if Joshua is to do it, it has to be within 4. It has to be. And you probably agree, Ender. If he's going to get it done, he's got to
use... The longer the fight goes, the more it goes into Usyk's favour.
It goes into the boxer's hands, as it were.
Yeah.
Height, weight advantage, all with Joshua, but he has to make it count this time. I think that's the big issue from last time. It's gone all sort of dramatic there with the spotlight on Buffer.
I've got
it looks like they're doing the lottery where the spotlight's going to land on someone in the audience.
Dale Winton.
Dale Winton. Now that would be a shock if he was there.
Considering he's dead.
Exactly. There would be more of a disco than that, I'll tell you.
Fucking Jesus. Yeah, and I don't think even if he was still alive, I don't think Dale Winton would be going to Saudi Arabia.
No. That'd be just an orange spotlight in itself, wouldn't it? Bless him.
He wouldn't get out of it. He wouldn't get out alive.
Where are you lying in your prediction? I know you've got your Usyk t-shirt on.
I'm Usyk, and the second half of the fight to win by stoppage, round 7 to 12.
Yeah. Well, put it this way. I looked at one of the bookies. I think it was Paddy Power, 40-1 just for Joshua to win. 40-1. It must have been like a new customer thing.
It's a typical Paddy Power thing anyway.
And you could probably only put 5p on or something.
Yeah, a pound or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're just giving us a look at the lads. As we were saying, 19 fights, 19 wins, 13 knockouts for Usyk. He's sporting his very old school hairstyle that he used to have when he was at cruiserweight, and he looks well up for it.
Absolutely. I'm loving his George Michael tash going on.
I think it suits him, actually.
Yeah, it does suit him. It does suit him. I have got a room of people in here. You can pan around the room. Tommy's decided to sit behind his... Oh, there's Tommy. And there we go. Ender's not even looking. But there's Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
So that's already got me a few votes. There's a MILF in it.
Jesus, what's his name will be on straight away.
Yeah, Ryan.
Ryan will be like...
Ryan will be flirting around in the background somewhere.
And ding ding round 1.
Ding ding round 1 shortly.
Okay. See, that didn't last long.
I'm right. Let's go for it. Ding ding, round one. This could be an interesting one ender. Let's say they're both, as you say, Anthony Joshua in the black shorts, showing off the Mike Tyson look. And to be fair, they do actually look really cool. Oh, they're nice shorts. I like shorts.
Oh, they are. No, he does. Whoever his dresser is, they do it very well.
And Usyk, white shorts with obviously the Ukrainian trim. Yeah, let's just see how this goes. Southpaw stance at the moment. Just feeling each other out as you do in round one, really. Good sharp jab there by Joshua, but as we say, it's kind of one of those where they're just judging distance.
Yeah, because I do stick with a good shot there. 20 seconds ago, so you should get it shortly.
It's going to be one of those fights. There's a lot riding on it for both guys, so it's going to be a tentative start, isn't it? I don't know if there's a rematch clause in it if Joshua does win. I don't know how it sits in that regard, but you never know, do you? Other deals get made as deals.
Well, I presume if Joshua wins, he'll want to add on. Well, whoever wins will want to add on the WBC bet, whomever that champion may be.
Yeah, and this is then I think Tyson Fury's got a week, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So then he makes his decision because I know the Ring magazine has now become vacant, hasn't it?
Yeah, the Ring magazine is up for grabs tonight. The winner of this gets the Ring magazine.
So then, it comes down to the WBC. We'll see where that ends up. But it's just one of those at the moment.
Yeah, they're really just feeling each other out, throwing jabs. Oh, that's a nice.
Usyk very much on his toes, isn't he? Moving around.
Usyk caught Joshua to the head there, but then Joshua had two great shots to the body follow up. And now Joshua puts Usyk in a headlock and tries to do some uppercuts, but the referee says, I'm having none of that.
No, we saw enough of that, I think, in the last one.
Yeah. But like you said, Usyk is far more on his toes, and Joshua isn't completely flat-footed, but not moving as fast as Usyk.
No, I think that's the thing, though, isn't it? They've both gone in with the game plans. They've just got they've both got to do what they've got to do, haven't they? And if the opening comes, then we'll see whose hands go for it.
Yep. Are you finished the first round?
10 seconds to go. But where are you sitting? Where are you sitting?
Where am I sitting?
Yeah, as in whose round you give it to?
Oh, I'm giving it to Usyk. The highlight reel just showed those nice shots that Usyk pulled off. Joshua flinched there on that one. Who are you giving it?
To be fair, those initial punches, as you know, in a first round, always like a wake-up call, aren't they, again? To say, I'm in the fight.
So who are you giving round one to?
Well, let's say based on what you said, really.
Okay.
The highlight reels are there to show, aren't they?
Yeah. But they can be deceptive as well. But anyway.
Depending on who they like.
Yeah.
As we know.
Well, this is it. And they are pushing Usyk hard. I thought.
Right, round two.
Joshua looks far bigger now.
I think it's the hair, though.
Yeah.
Just adds that extra,
He's got his Theo Huxtable hair on. Or maybe we should stick with him.
I have to say, when he did do his ring walk, he did look
like Mike Tyson,
didn't he? Let's be honest. Yeah. When we saw him walk down against Ruiz, it was a very different look, wasn't it?
Yeah. Still, this is a 40 million ring walk.
Exactly. And, if you do watch this, Joshua, I'm sure you won't. could really do with a house right now.
Yes, Joshua. Get Joel a house. I think 40 million might buy you one in London at the moment.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to take the house wherever at the moment.
But
leave me some money in the comments.
GoFundMe.
Oh,
But yeah, coming up about 1 minute 30 left of round 2. It's a bit of the same in this round, really. Joshua dictating a little bit more, but
yeah, I
Usyk
would agree
just
with you
being more on his toes,
there.
as he does. Really, I think
Yeah,
he's one of those guys that can do it for 12 rounds because he's got the
yeah,
engine to do it, hasn't he? So
yeah. Usyk is
good
bouncing in
shots
and
there
out.
though by Joshua. Got a couple of hooks in there, but
Yeah,
doesn't really affect Usyk. He's back on the toes again, flicking out the jab in the southpaw stance. Lands a good right hand there as well. But yeah, AJ's just got to sort of come out of that sort of robotic style, I think is the way to
yeah.
describe
No,
it.
I do, but I do think he wrote
But he is
Josh
moving a bit better now.
a little bit better in the second.
Yeah. But as you say, we don't know the game plans, do we? This is the thing. It's a case of he can easily switch, can't he? We've seen it before, whether you're an AJ fan or not.
Is that back tattoo new? Oh, and that was a great hook by Joshua. And then he clips the head of
What, the back tattoo on Usyk?
no, Joshua.
Or what, the one at the top?
Yeah.
No, he's had that since the Olympics.
Oh, very good. Anyway, I'm
Or a
giving
big
that.
right hand there by AJ right at the end, though. That was a good
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
But nothing to sort of
But
worry you.
but that for me, I'm giving that round to Joshua, so it's 1 round all now.
Same here, yeah. I think he definitely made ground in that one.
He did.
But it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back. It's good to have the whole team together.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's been a mixture of work and madness and house searching and depression, soul searching.
Do you know who I finally realised you reminded me of? And it was only when I saw a clip of it this morning. Dermot O'Leary when he had his head shift.
I'll take that.
Of course you would. Dermot O'Leary's not a bad looking man.
I'll take that as well. Someone said to me earlier, Ewan McGregor during Ewan McGregor. Yeah, but I'm obviously the B side.
No offense, but I think Dermot O'Leary is more
I
like.
think that was during the drug stage of train spotting.
You don't look drugged out.
That was the heroin phase.
That was the heroin phase, which
no, you definitely don't look like a heroin addict.
I'll take that. Round 3 of Usyk versus Joshua.
Yeah, this is
no crack den here.
I know.
If the landlord's watching, it's no crack den.
Yeah, the landlord won't be watching. He doesn't care.
Oh, fuck the landlord.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Round 3, definitely coming out a bit sharper in this round.
Yeah.
Joshua sort of moving down a bit. Good shot. 2 shots there by Joshua, but Usyk not backing up. Still coming forward. That right hand never stops, does it? It's always measuring. It's always there to be awkward.
But there's a lot of peppering shots, but I haven't seen any big, solid hands yet.
No. I'd say the only sort of big shot was the second round by Joshua, but it was more to the chest than
at the end.
Yeah. But
so it is very much a chess match still.
I think it will be. As I say, there's so much riding on it, isn't there, that you just do you take the punt really this early? I know Joshua's got to do what he's got to do, but it's timing, isn't it? Like they always say, it comes down to the timing of the shots. But yeah, if you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'll do all the cheesy bit. Hit the subscribe button. Follow JG's Fight Talk. Ender,
What?
what was your channel as well?
Oh, GB Boxing and Fighting Irish.
Go
But-
over.
but-
He does.
But tonight's about
reviews.
JG's Fight Talk.
Yeah, but it's all about you as well.
Oh, you're so kind.
Well, you know.
Anyway, Joshua peppering out the jab there, and Usyk kind of answering as well. This is a very even round for me, round 3, and then Joshua throws a hook. Did you enjoy the last fight? Because I didn't,
what?
and I think
I enjoyed
you-
it in the sense that it just kind of one of those fights where you just didn't know what was going to go on. The ring was
Yeah.
all over the place. I thought the ref did quite a good job, to be fair, in such a messy situation.
Yeah.
But
So then, I think round 3's been the closest round so far.
I thought that
I'm
Zhang
going to give it to
very
Joshua based
interesting
on
fight.
that hook. That scoring hook for me was probably the most cleanest scoring punch of the round.
To be fair though, if Hrgovic was on form, I think he would have won it. He just didn't seem himself at all, did he? But based
He
on the
did win it.
performances we did see, I thought that Zhang was. I thought he won the fight.
Yeah, well, I wasn't watching close enough to score it, but who did you give the third round to, by the way? I gave it to Joshua.
Yeah,
Oh, so we're both 2-1 up for Joshua. That's good because I have no pen and paper.
that's all right. If you do anything different, I'll write it underneath.
You're right, and is fucking going off script again.
It's all right. The boys have got the giggles, bless them.
Giggles.
Have to say, I'm loving this HD crack.
Well, we're in round 4. Joshua definitely coming out on the front foot a lot more, isn't he? He's trying to push forward. Usyk kind of backs up, but as he's backing up, he is throwing. So it's not like he's just sort of backing away, if you know what I mean, with no intention.
Interesting referee. Oh, that was a lovely backhand by Usyk there.
Yeah, it's. I think the refs are going to be more wary because of obviously the head situation in the last fight, because there was quite a nasty cut from head clash. So I think they're just being aware of that as well.
Uppercut by Joshua didn't quite connect, and then he threw the hook.
Oh, uppercut just missed there by Joshua, but Usyk tried to throw as well, but nothing's connecting. Nothing, as you say, nothing big's really connecting at the moment, is it?
Going into the final minute of this round. Again, it's all very cat and mouse. Now there's a good 1-2 by Usyk and a good hook following that up. That's good from Usyk anyway. Joshua throws it back but gets caught with another hook from Usyk. Joshua with a good straight catching Usyk.
Yes, it's definitely another even round there. Usyk's throwing more.
And there's a wild miss by Joshua.
They were talking about that. Macklin was talking about that earlier when he turned around and he said the best thing for Joshua to do is throw that stiff right hand to the body, because it does edge your opponent further away, doesn't it? And give you that space to sort of reset yourself, but also follow a double jab as well. God, Joshua just missed that there, but
that's an Usyk round for me.
It's a difficult one. It's a difficult
I'm,
one. That
I'm
one.
2-all. Are you going to deviate and go 3-1, Joshua?
I think only based on volume of punches, you go to Usyk. But I
Yes.
think the more precise shots, I'm going with Joshua. But that's not because I want Joshua to win. But I just think
No, I could
yeah,
see the argument made
it
for either boxer.
comes down to the volume and what was landed, and I think
And Joshua ended the
landed.
round well.
Yeah,
So that always looks good to a judge. But they're showing Usyk catching Joshua lovely, and then Joshua missing with the uppercut. Actually, just Joshua missed with all those shots at the end. What was supposed to look well was actually miss, miss, and miss. So yes, that's definitely an Usyk round for me. 2-2.
Right. Well, while we're waiting, we're going to go with a quick advert for Fight Zone because Nicola Hopewell's got her fight soon. So have some of
Okay,
this.
have it.
Welcome to Fight Zone. The blood, the sweat, the tears, the sweet taste of victory. Join the revolution.
Why do you keep fucking telling me to stop?
Well, that went on longer than expected because we're in
Yeah.
round 5 already. So coming up 2 minutes, 30 seconds. All the rounds are starting very similar. Sort of Joshua comes straight out the block. Just doing what he does really, coming forward. Usyk just being very, very awkward to hit. Very difficult to hit, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, because he's making Joshua miss.
But it doesn't seem to be frustrating Joshua, and I think in the first fight it did, and that's why he tried to hurry himself a bit and got caught a lot more. But
what was this? Was this low?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it was a low blow.
The camera angle looked a bit.
Yeah, the camera angle was poor, but I think it was a low blow.
Yeah.
What it wasn't scored against Joshua or anything.
I think he just got shot in the bollocks, basically.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, it wasn't out of malice or anything like that. I think the shot.
No, the referee never looked to admonish Joshua, so I think it was just. That being said, Joshua's going a bit low with his punches there, so he'd want to watch that. Because he won't be getting the benefit of the doubt a second time.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Good body shot there by Joshua, though.
Yeah.
He's landing, being more successful in those shots.
But Usyk seems to be taunting Joshua now.
Well, that's never a clever thing, is it? With anyone. We've seen in the past when people push for those taunts and.
Yeah.
I watched a cracking highlight reel the other day where people had taunted someone and then bang, the next minute.
There's nothing like that.
I know Usyk's not that silly, but there was some that were fantastic.
That was an excellent combination there by Usyk, and he just spun out of the way. It was brilliant.
No, it's just quiet at the moment. They're just doing what they're doing. Gone back to being on the front foot. Usyk just being very elusive with what he's doing with his movement.
So there's round 5 over, and I'm now 3-2 to Usyk. So are you 4-1 or are you?
It was an Usyk round.
So you're 3-2 to Joshua.
Yeah.
There's Macklin and my favourite Adam Smith on screen now.
So what have you got? Was that an Usyk round for you as well?
Yeah, that was an Usyk round for me. So I'm 3-2. Yeah, that was a bit of a heavy punch to the nuts, all right. Now that we've seen it from a different camera angle.
Sorry?
They're just showing the camera angle of the low blow.
Yeah, it wasn't really low, was it?
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but it's
I
still
see.
caught him there in the breadbasket, and that's kind of just awkward, like. So it's obvious
It was
that's
low.
what
It was low, but it wasn't.
it wasn't in the nuts, basically.
Yeah. It was almost like that sweet spot between the two, which is a real nasty punch to take, isn't it? Let's be
It is.
honest.
Now we're on to round 6.
Well, here we are. If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button at JG's Fight Talk and welcome. You're with Joel and Ender. Usyk in the white, blue, and yellow shorts. Joshua in the black. We're in round 6 at the moment. As you say, Usyk versus Joshua for all the gold except the WBC. Best way to describe it, really, I suppose. It's quite a level playing field, I'd say, so far.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like,
You could have rounds going either way for fighters. It's
Mm.
one of those, but it depends on what you're looking at and how you see the fight, isn't it? So
yeah, well, I mean, like you've a 3-2,
you're 3-2 one way, I'm 3-2 the
and
other
3-2
way.
the other, and I don't think either of us would complain if you flipped it. So
No, I think especially that third and fourth round were kind of the ones that could go either or.
on 6 is very even so far.
Yeah.
I say that, and Joshua attempts to land a good back.
He seems to be more loosened up now, Joshua, doesn't he? He seems to be getting more in the flow and not so robotic and
But what weren't we saying? This is the last round that Joshua can win the fight in. You know, because if it goes
yeah.
further, we were saying it goes into Usyk's favor.
And I think only when we look at the last fight, isn't it? That's what we're kind of basing it on. Is Usyk engine in the last fight was frightening and just kept going. Where Joshua seemed to flag, but he doesn't seem like he's put all his eggs into one basket in the first 5-6 rounds. So maybe that is the strategy to go a bit longer. Joshua having a bit more success there with Usyk on the ropes, but Usyk sort of jabs his way off the ropes and keeps going.
Yeah.
Bit of success there by Usyk.
It's really, 1 second, one moment, one guy has that's some nice body work and finish off to the head by Usyk. And Joshua now just sticking out the jab and the lazy right hand.
As I say, it's very easy. Very both ways, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was an even round, but I am going to give it to Joshua, so I balance it up at 3-3 after 6.
I think Joshua definitely came into it in that round. Definitely.
So are you going to go 4-2, Joshua?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd be as generous to Usyk as I was to Joshua there.
Well, no, I think, I think it's just a really interesting fight. Yeah, let us know in the comments how you're seeing it. Blimey, it is one of those fights that could go either way. What's your prediction as well? Let us know in the comments.
And will the fight go the distance?
Based on how it is at the moment, Ender?
There's Lomachenko.
There's nothing there that's saying one particular fight is in danger or worried. I think, is Joshua trying to
conserve energy,
show his boxing skill again to say, look, I am a better boxer. Is that
he's not a better boxer, so he better not.
Do you know what I mean? Can I outbox him in this match? I think that could be the question because everyone's been expecting Joshua to come out and just go for it.
Well, I think why Joshua didn't do that is because he didn't want to be out of puff in round 10.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Joshua. Oh, another low blow from Joshua there.
They've
And
got them on these head. They've got them on their heads though, because they are coming together.
a bad swing and a miss from Usyk, but then he followed it up with a good 1-2 to the head.
To be fair, they just came into the clinch there, and there was a couple of shots quite low from both of them, wasn't there? They kind of held each other and just sort of threw whatever they could. But you know, if you can get away with it, people do get away with it, don't they?
All like that. I don't think there was malice in any of them, and none of them were near it. None
I
of
think
them
they're
were near
just
it.
trying to get the shots in, aren't they? As a payday.
Yeah. Like it was on the outside of his leg that Joshua landed, so it wasn't really anything telling.
It's around 7, 1 minute 50 to go. It's one of those at the moment. Joshua just sticking back behind the jab again. Usyk. Don't know.
Joshua to me just seems a bit slower with his punches. You know, he's almost like, "Oh, there's my punches.
There's my jab," sort of thing, as opposed to.
Whereas Usyk is bang bang really quick.
They normally have a bit more whip in them, don't they? The Joshua jab. But like we say, we don't really know what the.
Well, I have a minute left in round 7 here.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, as I say, let us know in the comments. How did you see that last round going? Was there anything in that round that was clear for you to make that a Joshua round or an Usyk round? Let us know. We'll soon let you know what our scores are and how we're getting on. We haven't had a card come up on the screen yet. Usually it's Matthew Macklin or Johnny Nelson, isn't it, that sticks a card up? But we haven't seen anything as of yet. But it's another interesting round. Good left hand there by Joshua. But Usyk, as I say, just the guy doesn't stop moving. He's so awkward. It's bad enough being a southpaw to try and hit the guy, let alone being that awkward at heavyweight level.
Oh, there's a few nice shots at the end for Usyk. So I'm giving that round to Usyk. So I've now Usyk 1 round ahead, 4 rounds to 3.
Yeah.
So who do you give your round to?
There was a little flurry, wasn't there, at the end there?
Yeah. Oh, he caught him lovely there on the chin. Bless you.
Thank you. Usyk for both of us.
Yeah.
I don't think you can argue with that at all.
So,
but to be fair, neither guy looks particularly, I'd say, tired.
So we both have it 4-3 at the moment.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford said AJ better stop getting hit with the left to the body. So there you go.
Well, if Terence says it.
It must be true. Spencer's come in now. Well, Usyk better stop doing this. Anyway, so we both have a 4-3, but to different fighters.
But then AJ seems to take the body shots quite well, doesn't he? It's more the chin. But
what's the time out for? Oh, there's something spilled on the canvas. The referee is not a happy bunny.
We had this in the last fight though. Both boxers, Zhang actually slipped over quite nastily and nearly did the split.
Yeah.
In one of the later rounds, and they're not cleaning up at all. There's
but as well as that, they're sweating profusely.
Go on, mate. That is the most action we've seen. Is the guy with the towel? He was going for it. Well impressed.
Well, I'd say they're sweating profusely in Jeddah anyway.
He was getting paid per wipe there. He was going.
I wonder, did he have his what's it called? One sheet is plenty.
It's not me. Yeah, one sheet. Well, here we go. The sweat is cleaned up, and off we go again.
Yeah.
Good shot there by AJ. He's definitely coming on a bit better now. God. Something ain't right, is it? This ring has been an absolute pain today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure, you're in like one of the hottest countries in the world, and I mean,
Well, we looked it up and it was what, 32. And you think at that time in the evening, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. So what is it there now?
AJ throwing some better shots there.
It's 1:45 in the morning.
What, over there?
Mm-hmm. They're 2 hours ahead.
Yeah, and sitting at that temperature, blimey.
Yeah. And the humidity, I say, is through the roof.
Usyk throwing sort of punches in bunches there, but not
Oh,
really.
there's a venomous shot back from Joshua.
Cool. Yeah, that body shot was sharp, wasn't it?
Mm. But then again,
Usyk comes back with about 3 jabs.
yeah, I
And,
was going to go back to your punches and bunches then from Usyk. And
yeah.
Usyk throws out the backhand. Oh, and Joshua with a flurry to the body.
It's very even at the moment, I have to say. It is an even.
That makes Usyk hold on. So
I have to say, I have been impressed by Joshua's approach, and the work to the body seems to be. It's almost like breaking that engine down, isn't it? He knows the guy can do the time in the ring, so he's got to slow that down. But he doesn't seem to be with the hands at the moment, does he?
oh, there's another great selection of shots from Usyk, and then Joshua just lets him punch him in the face, which I think is a bit bizarre, but anyway. There's another hook from Joshua or Usyk.
Good flurry there by Usyk, though. But Joshua sort of fends him off with a right hand. But
getting a bit wild there. But that to me is an Usyk round again. So
yeah, it's
now
definitely an Usyk round.
Now you're even now.
I'm even, and you're.
I'm 2 up.
2 up for Usyk.
There's the great Joshua body shot they're showing us now.
They're the shots, aren't they? I think the body shots and the uppercut is what Joshua possesses, doesn't he? Where Usyk can hurt you from any angle, really, but he's got such a clinical left hand when he lands it.
It's funny now. We've both given that round to Usyk, and there's that nice hook from Usyk. But
to be fair, AJ did land some great shots in that round, but
he missed a few too.
Output was something special, wasn't it?
Telling him he's winning every round. He lost the rounds, and I can't even read that. It's gone too fast.
I'll see if it comes up.
So in round 9, so I have it.
So here we go. Telling him he's winning every round. He's losing the rounds, and fights going same as before up to now. I don't know if that's a
5-3. I think Peter Fury's been a bit hard on Joshua there.
Yeah.
I have it 5-3 to Usyk.
I wouldn't say it's going the same as the last fight at all.
No.
I think, it's either even or Usyk slightly up, but I wouldn't say, Usyk pretty much dominated that first fight.
Yeah, especially, he was well in control in round 9.
He was
and
well outboxing, even up to the sort of 3rd, 4th round on. He just took it, didn't he? But Joshua has to be careful that Usyk doesn't start taking it, because he's had sort of the last 3 out of 4 rounds. So he is starting to take them. But he's definitely targeting the body a lot more this time round.
But he does. He tried the uppercut there, and he's after getting in trouble for it being low. Usyk. Oh, that's some great hooks by Joshua. And that's a great body shot by Joshua.
I didn't think that was particularly low, but
yeah, that's a great flurry of punches by Joshua. Now Joshua is great head punches by Joshua, and now he's slapped him on top of the head, and I don't think the referee's going to like that one bit.
Sort of the caveman thump to the top of the head.
Yeah, But Joshua is very much in control here in the 9th.
To be fair, he threw the uppercut and just missed it. And to be fair, if he had landed that would have been quite a
So
nasty.
Usyk is just holding on here. So this is very much a Joshua round.
Yeah, he's
He's
definitely
in the
looking a lot
ascendancy.
better in round 9 here. And he's really putting the attack on Usyk now.
He really is. But the question is, will he have spent all his energy?
There's
If-
some big shots. But to be fair, a lot of the time the tank's gone before round 9 with Joshua. So having
No,
these
but
new coaches as well,
Yeah, but
they've
that's
been
two
looking
excellent
at
hooks
something
again by
different.
Joshua. I mean, this is going to be a Joshua round. So
Yeah, big shots here. Big
you'll
round.
have Joshua back in the lead, and I'll have it back down to 1.
But I have to say, that was a big round. Probably the most dominant round of the round so far that's been clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the question is, did
Can
Joshua?
he do it again? Can he keep this going?
No, but you know the way when you throw everything into a round, and then you have nothing for the next round.
Well, that's what I mean. We've seen
Will
it before.
Joshua have
haven't we?
anything for this round? So I have Usyk 1 round up, and you have Joshua
One round, yeah.
1 round up.
But it
But
is
that
that.
was it. That was the most dominant Joshua round in the whole fight. In fact, it was the most dominant round for either boxer in the whole fight.
Yeah.
And it went to Anthony Joshua. But to be fair to Usyk, he just covered up, but he got caught there in the head, and then he just held on. He's
He got
clever.
caught a few times, didn't he?
Yeah.
But it gave Joshua the opportunity to work that body, and that's
But he did. He still managed to slip a good few as well. But
Yeah.
Joshua definitely won that round.
I think that displayed the AJ of old, really, didn't it? That
But
hunting down. But like we say, can he do it in round 10?
Now we're into the championship rounds, as they say. Can Joshua keep that momentum up, or has he? Oh, and that was an excellent right by Usyk to start the 10th round, and he comes in with a good left as well. So Usyk's coming out all guns blazing in round 10.
Well, and I think he knows now, doesn't he? He knew that was a good round. He let a round slip, and that was a good right hand. As I say,
That's a great combination of punches from Usyk.
Flashing the shots now.
Yeah.
But Joshua needs to be careful. He doesn't get caught
here. And Usyk is catching Joshua all kinds of upside here. So, like I said, has Joshua expended all his energy in round 9? Because now it looks like Usyk's taking over in round 10.
We've seen this before. We saw it with Andy Ruiz. We saw it with Klitschko.
I mean, Usyk's picking him off like a piñata.
Has he turned himself into a rag doll, really, that's just going to get walloped?
Like, did he put all his eggs into the round 9 basket?
But we've also seen a round where Joshua's done this, and then he has that moment of a flash again. So it's a case of surviving round 10.
Oh, that's 2 excellent. And Usyk's complaining of a low blow there. The referee doesn't seem to agree because he just broke them and let them fight again.
Cool. Big right hand there by Joshua, though. There was a big right hand in there, and that was before the low shots.
Yeah, no, there was an excellent shot by Joshua before the low blow. But it certainly softened Usyk's cough now. Usyk's a lot slower now in the last minute here, but maybe he knows he's the round 1 and he's just going to stand
That's
back.
always a danger, though, isn't it?
Oh, no, but he's peppering the shots again. So, and he's pushing Joshua back now.
Cool, yeah, big shot there by Usyk. Good left hand, good left hook.
Yeah. Like Joshua had that one very good.
I'll tell you, it was lovely to see Evander Holyfield earlier when they were having a chat with him.
I missed that.
Yeah, he was. Well, he looked amazing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But he'd gone and seen Joshua, given Joshua advice. He'd gone and seen Usyk and had a chat with him. So it's nice, isn't it? And blimey, it's a guy.
These are some excellent punches by Usyk. He's just throwing them all out there and catching Joshua with ease. Hooks there to the head.
other than the couple of body shots by Joshua in this round, it's a dominant Usyk round.
Very dominant Usyk round.
Pretty
But
similar
Joshua did
to the
have-
Joshua round that he had.
Yeah, it's just flipped round 9. It's just flipped back to round 10. So I've Joshua back, or I've Usyk back ahead by 2,
And I've got
I
it
presume
level.
you have it a draw now, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's going to be interesting to see how the judges see it.
It really will. If
One of those tilt.
like there's still 2 rounds to get a knockout, and I'd say they've both expended an awful lot of energy. So,
Yeah.
that is an excellent hook
So
there.
we've got to see how Joshua
That right hook,
responds in
that
round
right
11.
hook by Usyk was just delicious.
Because to be fair, Joshua's got to respond.
He really has. And there's Holyfield now. You were talking about Evander Holyfield. They just showed him there.
Because to be fair, Joshua showed he had it, and now the attention's gone back to Usyk. So now he's got to reverse that again to get the judges looking at him again. Yeah, Evander Holyfield, what a legend. Smoothest skin in the business. He looks so young still.
Yeah.
But here we are, round 11. All the rounds have sort of started the same, except for the last 2.
Yeah.
But Usyk coming out.
But Usyk has definitely been the busier boxer since round 9. It's like, did Joshua expend?
I'd say since round 1, other than round 9.
Well, other than round 9, yeah. But did
Yeah.
Joshua expend all his energy in round 9? And again, with the low blows from Joshua, and then he gets picked off to the head easily by Usyk. Like, I'm not being horrible to Joshua here, but the skill level of Usyk is showing here. And I think we were talking about that as the fight went on.
It's the movement.
Usyk would just take over. And when Joshua couldn't get him out in the 9th,
I wouldn't say the punches are particularly hard every single time, but they're enough to be busy enough to confuse you, to make you throw a shot.
He's just popping him to the head.
And then he just picks you off.
That's all you mean. And Usyk seems perfectly happy just to pop, you know?
Yeah. Some good body shots there again by Joshua, but nothing.
And that's a great headshot by Usyk. But didn't rock Usyk, or by Usyk to Joshua, didn't rock Joshua. And Joshua comes back again with the hooks to the body. And now there's just holding. We've a minute left to round 11.
Round 12 is going to be an interesting one because it has to be an all-out, doesn't it? It has to be. Someone's got to take the fight.
Well, I mean, if I give this round to Usyk, then I'll have Usyk 3 up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just peppering off Joshua here. Now, Joshua did come back there, but nothing of note landed. Whereas Usyk's, there's a good hook to the body by Usyk. And then Joshua's going to the body. But again, Usyk's better at covering up.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. There are shots going in Usyk's direction, but whether they're...
Yeah, and there again, Usyk, the second referee left the fight. Usyk is coming again like punches and bunches, as you said. I'm giving that round to Usyk. So now I have Usyk 3 up.
It's an Usyk round.
So you've Usyk 1 up.
Yeah, it's definitely an Usyk round, isn't it? It all comes down to this. Is there a knockout in the locker for someone? We nearly saw it with Usyk in the last fight, where he nearly took Joshua with about 10 seconds to go. So...
But I would say that Joshua has conserved his energy better. That was a lovely hook to the chin from Usyk on Joshua there. They're just showing it in the highlight reel. And there's the low blow again that Usyk was calling on Joshua.
I'm certainly not with Peter Fury though in the fact that he said it's been the same sort of fight as the first. I think
no, absolutely not. I agree with you in disagreeing with Peter Fury. No, I think Joshua is far more measured.
I think it's a composed performance
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
might not have, he might not have won some of the rounds that, you know, or approached it how we thought he would approach it, but he's certainly, you know,
but I think we both
been
agree
more
that,
attentive, a lot more attentive than the first fight.
yeah, but I think we both agree that if Joshua didn't get Usyk out in the first 6, that he would find it harder in the second half. Now, granted, he won round 9, but round 10, 11, and 8 were very big Usyk rounds for me. Now, Joshua is coming in a little bit harder there to the body in round 12.
Yeah, I think he knows he's got to do
Oh,
it.
that's a great headshot from Joshua and Usyk.
Yeah, big shot there by both
Oh,
guys.
but Usyk's skill there, the way he just got out of the way.
Just
Of
glides
the,
out to one side.
yeah, but that's just all his. I mean, he's been boxing since he was 8. You know, it's pure skill, and there's the great
But
hook.
they both reset again.
Yeah, but Joshua seems a lot more robotic again. You know, he's kind of seized up a bit. Oh, but then that's a lovely hook by Joshua, and that pushes Usyk back, and a body shot, and again 2 hooks by Joshua, or 2 hooks by Usyk, and Joshua's now falling forward. So has Joshua ran out a little bit of steam? Referees giving out to Joshua there for that. Don't think the referee's happy with Joshua at all.
To be fair, I don't think he did that on purpose. I think he literally.
Usyk caught him lovely on the chin there after that.
Well, as it stands, it looks like it's an Usyk win.
Yeah.
Has Joshua got something left in this last minute? Because it literally comes down to that.
Joshua does look a little bit out on his feet. Not as bad as the first fight, but he does look a little more.
Boy, he took some big shots there, like
Yeah.
3 in a row, though, right on the chin.
He's 40 seconds to survive or knock Usyk out.
I think that's the thing. Usyk always finishes strong, and I think that's the difficulty. You can't wait
but
for this guy to tire,
Usyk's as
can
fit
you?
as a flea. Whereas Joshua, and you will say it, being the heavier, muscular guy, it's a harder burden to carry that for 12 rounds.
Yeah, it is 100%.
Oh, and another wonderful hook to the head by Usyk. So I've Usyk cruising in this round. So I've Usyk on a fairly significant. Oh, the referee is not going to be happy with Joshua here because he really doesn't listen to the instructions. And it's over. And that's it. And I'm giving that round to Usyk. So
Yeah.
I have it 8 rounds to 4 to Usyk.
Ender, are you going to be
Are you
the man to
7-5?
go to the cards? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll. So I have it 6-4. Are you 7-5?
Yeah. So Ender's now going to go to the cards. And major respect by both guys and the teams. Always good to see. I say Ender's just he's muted himself just so he can hear what the scorecards are. To be fair, based on the performance we saw, it was definitely looks like it was an Usyk job. Well done. But we'll wait for the official announcement. Lomachenko's in the ring with his bucket hat on. To be fair, better performance by AJ, but is it good enough to steal any of the eyes of the judges on some of those rounds, especially some of the earlier rounds? Or have we been too generous? We'll soon find out. But the highlight reel sort of showing shots from both fighters, really. There's a mixture of good shots from both. AJ's sort of walking around on his own. Usyk's talking to his corner. AJ's gone to just show some respect to the Usyk corner. So we're just waiting here. Me and Ender are now realising that the scorecards are going to be a lot longer than we thought they were. It's always the case. It's like the Canelo ring walk.
What happens if I get a draw?
Don't know. All depends on the contract, really. But it won't be a draw. The judges won't let it be a draw. Either way, really, I think, on that one. But AJ showing some big respect there, holding up the Ukrainian flag with Usyk. So we're just waiting here on the cards. Won't be too much longer now.
Hey, so would you believe it was a split decision?
Right. Okay.
So 115 to 113. The American scored it to Joshua.
Yeah.
Steve Gray scored it 115 to 113 to Usyk, and then the third judge, I think it was the Ukrainian judge, scored it 116 to 112, which was the same as me, to Usyk. So Usyk won a split decision, but what that American judge saw, I'll never know.
Yeah. Well,
like I thought Steve Gray's score was fair. It was the same as yours, and obviously mine was the same as the Ukrainians. You know, because I had it by 4 and you had it by 2. You know, so that's just the way it was. But I don't understand how anyone could give that to Joshua. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, there we have it, people.
Because even Joshua had acknowledged he'd lost. I think, you know.
Usyk retains the WBO, IBO, WBA Super and IBF and gets the Ring magazine title as well. Hats off to both fighters because, to be fair, it was an even contest throughout, but Usyk just took those important rounds towards the end. He sort of dominated the second part of the fight and took it, didn't he? So hats off to Usyk. As I say, major respect there. Holding up the Ukrainian flag, the both of them, and it just shows.
I don't know what Usyk did or Joshua did with the belts there. It was a bit bizarre, but anyway.
I don't know. It just shows, but there we go. Congratulations to Usyk. Commiserations to AJ. What will happen with AJ next? Let us know in the comments who you think he'll fight next.
I'm being very composed. Showing a bit of a temper tantrum at the moment. I don't know. Like, did Joshua think he'd actually won?
Well, I'm not too sure. But that'll be another video. I think that could be a whole new thing on its own once we find out what he's going to say. But AJ's clearly not happy. So,
because I thought he conceded defeat by holding up the Ukrainian flag. Maybe he was just a solidarity thing about the war.
I don't know. He doesn't seem happy about something. So we're going to, We'll leave it there, Ender.
We'll leave it there, and I'm going back to this, and I'm turning up the mic and I'm finding out what the fuck's going on.
Well, and on that note, have some of this.
Have it.
Are you ready?